Now we're talking about Grammar Explanation 2.5 on page 53. And this is a new problem with present tense, that we have two kinds of verbs, action and non-action verbs. Non-action verbs are sometimes also called stative verbs. Okay, so some verbs are always action verbs and they express physical or mental activity, like text, call, work, share, etc. So he is texting his friend. I am listening to music. These are action verbs. Okay, some verbs are non-action verbs, and these express a state, a condition, perception, or feeling, not an action, and we do not usually use the present continuous with non-action verbs. We use the simple present even if we're talking about now. So when I say, young people know a lot about technology, this is a non-action verb. I never put it in the continuous. I never say, young people are knowing. I don't do that. Many people have a smartphone now. You never hear someone say many people are having. You probably never hear that. And it's because have is a non-action verb. Do you remember a time without cell phones? Here again, remember is a non-action verb, and you never say, do you remembering? You never hear that. Okay, sometimes you'll have a verb that can be action or can be non-action depending on how you use it. So she's looking at a text message. That's what she's doing right now, looking at her computer and looking at the text message. But when I say, I want to learn about technology, but it looks hard, and I mean it seems hard, then that is a non-action verb. When I use look this way, it's an action verb. When I use it this way, it's a non-action verb. Okay, your photo looks like a selfie. Again, it's the idea is seems, and it's non-action. A selfie is when you take your own picture, the way she's doing here. She has her cell phone and she's taking a picture of herself. We call that a selfie. There's my dog sneezing. Okay, look and listen are action verbs, but see and hear are non-action verbs. So I say, I'm looking at my cell phone. I see a text from my father. See is non-action verb. It never is in the continuous. She is listening to music right now, but he hears her favorite song. Hear is non-action, and you never put it in the present continuous. You never say he is hearing. Okay. But we can use thinking as an action verb when you're thinking about something or of something. Grandma is thinking about, with about, getting an e-reader. This is an action verb with about. But when you use that, you're showing an opinion, and it's a non-action verb. She thinks that technology is a good thing. Here, this is a non-action verb with thinks. Okay. My grandfather is having a hard time with technology. Here, have is something that's happening right now. It means he's experiencing something. And in that sense, I use it as an action verb, and it can be continuous. He's having lunch with his friends now. Here, this is an experience he's having now. So it can be active and it can be an action verb. But when I show possession, relationship, and illness, I use has and have, and it is never continuous. In these sentences, Grandma has free time now. She has 5 grandchildren. I can't visit her now. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I have a cold. These are non-action uses of have, and they're not in the continuous. And that is a picture of an e-reader. You can read material from the internet. Make the text larger if you need to. Because earlier we were talking about Grandma is thinking about getting an e-reader. There is the e-reader. I put it out of order by mistake. Okay, here are common non-action verbs. There include ones for perception, like smell, taste, look, sound, followed by an adjective. The sounds like, looks like, smells like, tastes like. Oops, sorry. Or more non-action verbs are feelings and desire, like, dislike, love, hate, hope, want, need, prefer, agree, disagree, care about, expect, matter. These are all non-action verbs that we do not use in the continuous tense. Mental states like believe, know, hear, see, notice, understand. Remember, think that, suppose, recognize. These are all non-action verbs that we do not use in the continuous tense. And here are some other non-action verbs: mean, cost, spell, weigh. So I could say, what does it mean? What does this word mean? I would not use what is it meaning. I would never say that. And this is just a note that's not in the book, but it's something that students get very confused about. Like can be a verb. I like to listen to music and study at the same time. My kids, this should be my kids, sorry, don't like to go to the dentist. Do you like Chinese food? Okay. In these situations, you're using like as a verb. Like can also be a preposition. So when I say, she looks like her mother, in this case, looks is the verb, like is a preposition. I want to get a car like yours. Okay, like is a preposition. She sounds like, and she is British. This is a preposition, but this is a verb.